the level of excess deaths here over the pandemic was around 1,200. I know that we're ascribed many more thousand than that, but it has been decided or decreed or deciphered that most of those people would have died of other causes during the same period anyway, and they died with COVID or slightly in advance of when they would have otherwise died from COVID. So 1,200 deaths, and that sounds. My concern is we did this largely through lockdowns, and the harms of lockdowns, I don't think we even know what they are to this extent. We spoke to Dr. Gareth McGovern yesterday, a 50% increase in drug use, 50% among young people. That's not nothing. Rocketing domestic violence, we know that happened during the pandemic. Mental health issues for young people, for children across the population rocketed. Social withdrawal of our young people, education in the bin for our young people, personal development and milestones missed for people, other health issues that were missed. We pick up with things like breast check, 1,200 cancers per year. Breast check is years behind. It is now years behind, maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half behind. So that could be the guts of 2,000 breast cancers of young women in many cases that is missed. And to me, we don't really understand the harms. And we threw a lot of people under the bus to save some people. And I'm not sure, and I know these are really difficult societal issues to deal with, and I don't want to sound like some kind of a dismissive person about people's lives. But I'm not sure the balance is right.
Well, I think by using terms like we threw people under the bus to protect other people, I think that's getting the balance wrong. And I think that's the wrong language, because I think there were no right answers and no easy answers in this. And hindsight is 20/20
Least worst,
vision.
I agree.
Yeah, hindsight is 20/20 vision. It's very easy to say in hindsight we should have done this, we should have done that. I mean, you and quite rightly, you would have been very critical of the UK government and how they handled the outbreak of COVID at the beginning of Boris Johnson's government. And I think here the reality is no government would have survived here if the government here had done what Boris Johnson's government did. They would not have survived. There would also now be demands for a public inquiry. If we were top of the league table for deaths, there would be demands for a public inquiry, and for Micheál Martin and Leo Varadkar and all the and Simon Harris and everybody else to be hauled across the coals and held accountable for these deaths. So I'm not sure. Like, there was never going to be it was never going to be consequence free, COVID.
No,
there was always going to be
agree.
significant fallout from it.